Fire has ripped through the Walt Whitman Mall, this time with deadly results.
At least 2 people are dead after last night's fire at the South Huntington Shopping Center. News 12's Ken Grimball is at the scene, and we go to him now for the latest details. Ken?
Yes, this is a tragedy here at the Walt Whitman Mall. As you can see behind me, McCrory's has been completely destroyed by the fire. 2 people are dead. One is 20-year-old Wayne Mortek. Of course, he's from West Babylon. He was killed in the basement during the fire. At 3 a.m. this morning, a female was discovered on the main level. Her identification has not been given out yet. She was also an employee. One firefighter was injured and airlifted to Jacoby Hospital in the Bronx. He's since been returned to Long Island, and we understand he will improve and he will survive. About 35 people were injured altogether and taken to local hospitals. Now, this is what some people told us last night.
My daughter and I were shopping in the flower department in McCrory's, and she turned to her right and she said, "Mom, there's a fire," and it was only about 10 inches high at that point, and I yelled fire, and she ran to the back of the building. I ran to the front. We just grabbed people. Within 90 seconds, the building was black. The last employee to get out, she was almost thrown out. She just buckled to the ground. I took her pulse. She hardly had any pulse. She was overcome.
I didn't have time to think. We had to get the people out. People wouldn't believe us. I ran downstairs. I said, "There's a fire. You please get out." And they're like, "Yeah, okay." I said, "If you don't," I said, "Just look." I said, "Look," and the flames, the smoke was just coming all around us, and my mom and I got separated. And then I knew she was going to be so scared, thinking I was still downstairs.
We were in Children's Outlet, which is directly across from McCrory's. We were about to purchase something, and I turned and I looked and I saw tons of smoke. I grabbed my sister-in-law and I said, "Let's get out." We couldn't see. Our eyes were burning. We ran through the mall, and that's what happened.
What a horrible thing for people to have to go through. We understand that it started in the artificial flower department, and then it spread very quickly within about 2 minutes. Now we have with us Assistant Chief Richard Prudenti. He's with the Huntington Manor Fire Department. So that fire spread extremely quickly through this building. This all happened within a few minutes.
Yes, it was quite fast.
Now, what caused this? What do you think it was?
Well, right now that's under investigation from the Suffolk County Arson Squad. Right now it's undetermined at this time, pending their investigation.
Was there a lot of plastics? This is more or less a 5 and dime store. Lots of plastics. Aerosol fighting was going on over just about everywhere, we heard. Right. The smoke was extremely heavy.
Right. Well, you had a lot of plastics in the store that emit a lot of toxic, fumes. That was a big problem for our guys. Some of our guys went to the hospital because of it, and but we worked around it, and we got the job done.
Now, some people said they may not have heard alarms going on. Do you know if the sprinkler system was working?
Well, I've seen a few sprinkler heads that were activated, yes.
So you did see some. What about alarms?
Yes, we heard alarms also. They were audible alarms.
All right, now, sir, this is not the first time this has happened, especially here at McCrory's. Not the first time. It happened, we understand, in November 13th, 1984, 7 years ago. Do you think the system was updated since then? They knew this has happened before. Maybe they should have put more elaborate sprinkler systems or something in.
Right, well, the part that burned the last 7 years ago was updated. This mall was built, quite a long time ago before certain codes were in effect. Now, since the last time that we had the fire in that part of the mall, part of the mall was updated with the new sprinkler system. Now gradually the whole mall is going to turn over to the, be 100% sprinkled.
All right, so this part was not prepared with that new system, is that correct?
Well, I'm not really sure with McCrory's yet, I'm not sure if they, I know they partially are, but I'm not really sure about the rest of it.
But you do have evidence that there were some sprinklers working last night?
Yes.
The alarms did go?
Yes, there was.
Okay, well, thank you very much for talking with us, sir. We spoke with some mall officials, and they're telling us that the mall will be closed until further notice. So this is a tragedy here in South Huntington. Now we'll go back to you in the station.
And Grimball, thank you very much. And